Why did John Lennon hate his lyrics being studied? I have a theory, and I'll get to that in a second. And if you have any guesses as to why, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to discuss. But first, if you weren't aware, at one point John learned that a teacher was using the lyrics to Strawberry Fields Forever to teach poetry to school kids, in the way that teachers like to use whatever the kids are into to help them connect with the material. But John hated this so much that, in response, he wrote I Am the Walrus, a song so intentionally meaningless that, when dissecting it, there are no right answers. Which, ironically, also means there are no wrong answers. But why did he hate his lyrics being dissected like this so much? I think it's a combination of a few things. First, John Lennon did not like school. He seemed to think school was generally a waste of time, and, if I may make a supposition, he may have felt that school was just preparing kids to be better 9-to-5 workers, something he wasn't particularly fond of. He also likely recognized that when you force kids to learn something, many will naturally reject it, and may not have wanted this to happen to his music. But secondly, John was a very insecure person. Sure, he often felt like a genius, but he'd also often denigrate his own work in interviews, often referring to Beatles songs with such reductive descriptions as, "that was a piece of work," or "that was just a job." I'm no psychologist, but as someone who also grew up with some insecurities, these feel like pre-rejections to me. If I criticize myself first, I take that power away from you. It's also worth noting that Strawberry Fields was a particularly personal song for John. He wrote it when he was feeling alone and thinking about his childhood and struggling with simultaneously feeling like a genius, but also feeling not good enough. So these are all just guesses on my part, and we can't even be sure if John himself knew why he didn't like the students studying his song. But I can see where it could drive him a little crazy to sit there knowing these students are dissecting something so personal to him behind his back and feeling that constant paranoia of, what are they saying about me now? However, John was working through his problems in the years leading up to his passing, so I would hope that he would have eventually made peace with the idea of people studying his work. After all, people studying the Beatles has helped give us decades of great music, and Strawberry Fields Forever in particular is a key factor in that, being cited not only as one of the Beatles' best songs, but one of the best pop songs of all time, and well worth studying.